Soul Garden.
Hello my producers, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. And a formal invitation down to soulgarden.me, the most loving space on the internet. We have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and now my new show, Unite the Light, on Fridays at 12 noon. Come on down and chat with us. We've been having fascinating conversation, and come rub elbows with the fellow bulls. Now, it is a powerful month, although subtle and in the background and somewhat private. If you're just logging in, welcome to soulgarden.me. The bulls are working on their attitude, their intellectual attitude, but all earthlings are working on their emotions at the same time. So it is your emotional state of awareness and how you respond. It is your intellectual state of awareness and the attitude you create. And in the last 3 weeks, we have been abandoning what doesn't work for us, shopping for what may work for us. Last week, we were stepping into our shui, starting to get a feel for being emotional, being intellectual at the same time, being aware. Mindfulness and emotional quality as well, right there together. Quotient is the word I was looking for, EQ. This week, we are going to step fully into the shui. And at this point, it is now about passionate shui. The very last tail of an emotional transit is to step into and focus on a given passion. And for Tauruses, this is to step into a given attitude. For those of you who consider yourself messengers to the world, like myself and so many people who put together information, this is not just you stepping into attitude, but this is also now you stepping into a message, a formal doctrine, a formal message. For me, it's the live, love, be. My live, love, be is my attitude, my formal message. It keeps my mind in the right place. So, as we start on Monday, it's kind of an awkward day. First of all, Mercury is retrograde. Mercury retrograde means that we are moving backwards, so to speak, or Mercury is moving backwards. Now, Mercury is in Leo, and so moving backwards means you were thinking about nesting and resting. You had a lot of thoughts thinking ahead to your emotional well-being and the kind of nurturing you need. Now you start to think backwards on that idea. So we're going to have this scissor effect where the sun will cross Mercury and Mercury will cross over the sun. We'll be talking about this in the coming weeks, but with a retrograde, it just means that you are changing the way you think. So if you're normally very outward in your thoughts, you're a type of person that thinks through your mouth, you're going to be quiet. If you're a person who is very pensive, always people around you curious what you're thinking, you're going to speak up. It is the reverse flow of the intellect. The intellect has two twins, Gemini. So whatever you're dominant in, you go to the submissive part of your mind during your retrograde, and we see things we don't normally see. So on Monday, Mercury is retrograde, and you are working on stepping into your passionate shui. And on Monday, we're trying to regain balance. So Venus technically rules the day on this day, but you may have to innovate your emotional response to your day. You may have to innovate your attitude. You may have to take it a level higher, which may mean taking one for the team in the moment to take a higher principle. So Monday might be a challenging day because we are vocally different, we are intellectually different due to Mercury retrograde, and we're trying to seek stability in our passionate shui. On Tuesday, Neptune rules the day, so we are more intuitive than we normally are. This is a day of logging into our higher self and kind of getting our own GPS, our God service provider, helping us figure out exactly where our passionate shui should be. In your case, this is finding your emotional response to life and also finding your intellectual, official attitude to life and trying to stand in that in a passionate way. Passionate way meaning allowing your emotions to go ahead and respond because you've given them predetermined responses. Right? This is my intention. I want to respond this way emotionally, and then letting yourself flow into that and letting your emotions respond automatically according to your intentions. Of course, for Taurus, intellectual intentions go on the same path. So on Tuesday, we're logging into our God service provider, and we are trying to calculate exactly if we're on the right course, if this is the right attitude. This might be a day where you've had complicated communication with someone, and your intuition actually helps you through that, so Neptune can help there. And this is also the day where an opposition reaches its peak. I'm speaking of the opposition between Uranus and Mars, both at 8 degrees on Tuesday at this final turning point. So as we're logging into our higher self, you're kind of making a commitment between these two areas, and the two areas really are the tug and pull between you innovating your inner faith and you moving forward with the lifestyle you want. So I think Tauruses will reach this Zen moment on Tuesday, where you will suddenly understand not just the emotional attitude and intellectual attitude you're trying to take, but also that fine balance between having faith in yourself and actually practically applying yourself in the moment. On Wednesday, it's Lightcast Day. This is the most powerful day of the month to manifest our intentions. That's because the first two steps of light casting come together: I love and I feel. And that is the sun, of course, and the moon. The moon is I feel, the sun is I love. They come together on Lightcast Day to give us the most powerful day to set our intentions. That's because the universe has already aligned our soul for it to happen. It's just up to us to actually pull the trigger. So, of course, what you are light casting is this new intention. And Saturn rules the day, so it's not just a day of actually putting it out there, but it is a day of commitment. So, on Lightcast Day, you are committing now for the next year. That's all you have to commit to until next time Sun's in Cancer. But you are committing to the next year an emotional attitude that you want to take, or an emotional response attitude, and you are committing to an intellectual attitude that you want to take. And this is very powerful because these are big ingredients in light casting our reality, and getting them in alignment is getting your life in alignment. So hold space, fill your heart with love, make the decision, and if you're in the garden, or if you're watched over by GA, we'll be coaching you literally through the day. On Thursday, it is time now to act, and the moon shifts into Leo after the late stages of Cancer. Now, emotionally, Thursday is kind of a foreshadow in some ways. Your emotions are shifting to Leo. That will be a nesting, resting transit that begins at the end of this week. And so you are nesting and resting on Thursday, but Mars rules the day, so it's a day really to step forward with what you were light casting. So to put that attitude into play, to put that emotional response system into play, and to put that formal message into play if you find yourself to be a messenger. Also, as of this day, God blesses with a yod. Remember last week we had a yod pointing to Mars? This week we have a yod pointing to Pluto. All right. Now, we haven't really had much Pluto action. Pluto is retrograde 7 degrees. The yod is created from Pluto here in the heavens down to Jupiter, Venus, and over to Mercury retrograde, today conjuncting the moon in Leo. So this is a day on Thursday for you to take action, of course, in your new attitude. But also what you are uniting is this yod. What does this say to Tauruses? This says, hey, Bulls, take this new idea of expanding what you're worth. This is a self-esteem expansion. Take what you deserve you should have as home, family, and castle. Okay, so what you deserve in property and what you deserve in money. And do what? Change, Pluto Capricorn, change your beliefs. Not just change your beliefs, but go back and listen to your higher self as you change your beliefs. And if you want to know an interesting statistic, this is the last time that Pluto was retrograde 7 degrees was actually July 27, 1766. I memorized it. So 10 years before the revolution. So kind of interesting where you are. I don't know about you, but I'm the old man in the room. I have George Washington's kind of a lineup, so I'm going to be the old guy. Anyways, this is a day of reconsidering beliefs. So for you, practically on Thursday, as you step into a new emotional attitude, the clue from the yod is this new attitude is likely a reversal of old beliefs. And not just a reversal of old beliefs, but a reversal of old beliefs based on spiritual principle. And as a result, what happens? Your soul capital and your home, family, and foundation are included in the manifestation. I hope that was clear. It's complicated, but I'm trying to make it easy. Then we get to Friday. Friday's going to be a fun day. It's going to feel pretty good. There's a lot of foreshadow to what we're about to experience. The moon is in Leo, so you are technically nesting and resting. The day is ruled by Taurus, so it's a manifestation day, and it is a day really of holding space. So, you know, to replay the week, we rebalanced, we logged into God, we committed with Lightcast Day, we acted, and then we hold. So it's a hold, it's a rest note, if you want to look at it that way. The moon in Leo does make you literally want to rest, so Friday's kind of a kickback and chill day. And I want to point out this trine that's going on and will be going on for some time, which is saying to you, remember yesterday the yod, well that yod stays in play, but this trine says, hey, take that soul capital and move forward with the new lifestyle. That is a force that needs to keep continuing. Take that soul capital and move forward with the new lifestyle. You'll be executing a new lifestyle between now and Halloween, and you are moving forward with that as well. That new soul capital is also fueling that change in your belief structure. So A lot of stuff resulting from Jupiter in the house of soul capital for the bulls. Then on Saturday, we reach the 29th degree. This is the tested degree. This is an emotional degree. And this is an emotional degree in a transit about emotion. I'm expecting it to be kind of an emotional day for everyone on the planet. Now, the moon does shift into Virgo, so this means your inner child is now voting, is now on board. If you did nest and rest the last 2 days, then your inner child will feel empowered to have a fun, joyful day. That's what the inner child always wants, is fun. But if you have not nested, rested well, you might be bitter or have some issues there. So recognize your inner child is speaking freely on Saturday. Also, what's interesting is on Saturday, I want to point out some of the conflicts going on in the universe and the complexities with this Yod square. Again, pointing to what? Oh, holy Pluto at the top. So it really seems like Pluto is the deal here. Now these squares, these red lines, represent fears that are breaking as a result. We've talked about the Pluto-Uranus square. So you are breaking fears between inner faith and belief structure. Mars and Libra we just talked about, pushing you into the new lifestyle, but you are breaking fears between lifestyle and whatever this new philosophy is. So what this new philosophy is, it must kind of rattle your Taurus bones and go down to the childhood level. So recognize you're likely reversing with Pluto retrograde a childhood level belief that's going to allow everything to flow forward. And I think on Saturday we're starting to feel that. If not, look for it as the universe tests you back into the old attitude or tests you back into the old emotional response system. The whole thing on Saturday, which I'll be GA texting and holding your spiritual hands with, is stay forward, and I'll remind you of the Pluto. You're likely reversing an old belief. Then on Sunday, 0 degrees. It's a day of death. In fact, this is a Pluto rule day. This is a day where Pluto rules the Earth. That means we are dying and we are being reborn on this day. This is the no man's land between two states of awareness. I do expect it to be a cloudy day. The moon is in Virgo, so your inner child wants to play, but reality may not even allow you to. In some cases, you may want to go out and party and then no one's out. That's because it's 0 degree. But it is a transition, and we'll be talking about what the next state of awareness is. I'll give you a little foreshadow. You're now working on your own nesting and resting, your castle, and how you ground yourself on the planet starting on Monday. All right, Taurus, that's all I got for your 7-day forecast. I will see you in 7 more. Enjoy the wrap-up of your emotions and live, love, be.